Hey everyone, BJ Korros. This is the Hollywood Moment at Home edition. And on today's episode, joining us is Megan Hilty. She's talking about her upcoming concert series with Seth Rudetsky and much more.
Oh my gosh, are you happy and healthy and safe?
Yes, all the above. And, I think there's something so serendipitous about when you ask, are you happy and healthy and safe, that I think we've all learned a new normal of what safe can be from home too now.
All of the things, happy and healthy. I mean, it's all relative, right?
Oh, so true. How are
Yeah.
you how are you dealing with quarantine? I mean, it must be great being home with your husband Brian and the kids to the ultimate degree.
I mean, yes, yes. I I'm determined not to complain because
Right.
I am highly aware of how incredibly privileged I am. I have a house and I'm able to keep the lights on. I mean, that's why I mean like relatively happy and healthy and safe. Like, it's all different now. If anything, this time has taught me to be intensely grateful for every little thing that I have. So, like, things that I completely took for granted before, I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you that I'm able to have this and keep this right now, at least for the time being. Because it's intense. My kids get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and they don't stop until about 7:30 at night. So, which is wonderful and intense.
Right, I'm sure. Now, would you say there's something you learned about yourself through this time that you may not have realized, or something that you've forgotten about yourself?
Oh man. I've realized that I'm not a really great teacher, because now I'm a teacher to my daughter. I helped her finish kindergarten, which doesn't sound too crazy, but I helped her learn how to read and do basic math. I mean, like it was, and trying to keep her morale up. That was interesting. I felt like I and I still kind of feel like I'm kind of being tested. I'm being like really thrown out of, what is it that I'm trying to say? These are skill sets that I just don't have, and so I'm trying to learn to be more patient with myself and um, I don't know, give myself a break because these aren't things that I'm qualified to do. But we're doing the best that we can.
You're preparing yourself for that upcoming role somewhere down the way where you might be a teacher and you've got these learning skills to give back in your role.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, yeah, everything you can pull from everything, right? So, yeah.
And what's so great too? When I think about artists having to teach their children at home, it's one way of truly bringing back the arts and education that we're so sore and losing in the school system. At least you're able to do that at home with your own kids.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. And as crazy and intense as it was also really awesome to, and it still is. I mean, we're still working on everything together, but it's crazy to watch a small human learn how to read, and watching them put that together. I wouldn't have ever gotten to really seen that um as up close, I don't know. I'm not saying like, yay, great.
Right.
I'm so glad that I got to do this. No, I'm please don't get me wrong. But I am trying to look for those things, those silver
Silver
linings where I'm
linings.
like, yeah. So that's been kind of wild. I didn't anticipate that.
How have you adapted yourself entertaining your audiences while you're performing at home during quarantine?
Um, it's few. It's very few and far between what I'm able to do because of the my children and how much time they require, which is why the show that I'm doing with Seth is just so precious to me. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to get to sing live with a musician, other than my husband, of course.
Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
In this capacity and reaching this wide of an audience. I mean, it's really worldwide. Anybody can get a ticket, which is fantastic. Yeah, I don't get to do much, but I try to every once in a while do something, make some kind of video and put it out on social media and just something so that I'm staying somewhat creative. And the great thing is I have this whole other career in animation that I'm able to still do from home. So I'm constantly singing for the shows that I'm working on. So it's not like I'm completely shut off from everything. I'm so grateful that I'm able to still do those jobs from home.
Hit it! One step to the left. Take one step to the right. Now clap your paws, wag your tail, and turn to the left-hand side.
But other than that, me and my husband try to put out little videos and stuff like that, and it's just not much.
Let's talk about this concert series that you will be performing on July 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And this is a history that Seth has brought to us since 2011 at the Art House. Now, were you ever one of the performers at the Art House in the years past as well?
Oh yeah, I've been to the Art House several times, and we've done these concerts all over the country and the world. Even have we done it on a cruise? I don't know. But we have a very. I love my relationship with Seth because he pulls out the craziest stories that I would have never thought to have told, but he knows because he's so embedded in the Broadway and theater world. He knows exactly what to ask and exactly how to ask it, so that we do kind of expose ourselves in ways that we hadn't even thought. Like in my own shows, I would never tell those stories, but how he sets them up and frames them. It's just it makes it so much fun for me, and I would imagine it's so much fun for the audience to see us in that playful way. And he always surprises me with something. So it's always so much fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending time with my old friend.
Now, what should we expect for this concert series?
A little bit of everything. Seth loves to take me all over the place. So like stuff from Smash or stuff from Wicked, I'm sure, like the Broadway stuff that I've done. But he also likes to get me to sing soprano stuff, which I love because nobody lets me do that really. And probably some stuff from Patsy and Loretta. And there's a couple things that are new that I'd really like to try out. There was one that I asked him about, like, What a Guy from The Goodbye Girl, and then I've always wanted to sing Back to Before from Ragtime. So I don't know. We might throw in a new song or two that I've never done. So yeah, I think expect a little bit of everything: country, pop, Broadway, classical, like a little bit of everything.
It sounds like the summer ticket. There's no question about that. I know that you were asking people throughout social media to send you their song requests. What's some of the most requested songs that you're getting filtered your way?
Oh, definitely. A lot of it is Smash. A lot of people want to hear, and that's great because those are the songs I was planning anyway. Some of the ones I didn't really expect are that I got multiple requests for was She Used to Be Mine from Waitress, which I learned for a very specific concert. I was going to sing for the kids at JTF, the Junior Theater Festival in Atlanta a couple years ago. And I was trying to do as many Broadway songs as possible, and that was one of the ones that I learned. And I was like, well, I guess I could do that. Like, I know it. Yeah, I don't know. But that one was interesting. That one came up several times.
Does it surprise you the continued love that you still get for Smash?
It doesn't actually. It doesn't surprise me. Like,
My heart bleeds, let me
I have to, like, every single day since we've gone off the air, I've been asked about the future of that show. Like, is it going to Broadway? Is there going to be a season 3? Is there going to be a movie? Is there going to be all of this stuff? I do not know, but I love that people, after all of these years, are still so invested in these characters and this music and these stories. Yeah, I would hope that there's some kind of future for it, and they've announced like a Broadway something.
Yeah, a
But
Broadway musical. Now, does that excite you? And has anybody actually talked to you about?
nobody's asked me to do it, but
They
but
not
I'm
though.
very excited for it to live on. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, it's interesting you mentioned Waitress as well, because recently both you and Catherine and Shoshana were a part of AIDS Walk New York, and you're continuing to give back while you're in quarantine. What was it like to reunite with both these phenomenal ladies?
You're so funny. That's assuming that like we're all in the same room. We
Right,
didn't do
true.
any of it together. Like I
Right.
did that in complete isolation. The fact that it all came together like it did is somewhat of a miracle.
That's true, though. I
It would
like
have
how
been
you
great
said
if we actually got to work together. I would have loved to rehearse with with
that.
them at
Right.
least, but yeah, no.
Are you finding it difficult to rehearse for productions from apart, though? Because it's kind of like you always do have to do your tracks most of the time separate and then collaborate afterward.
I guess so. I mean, this is just kind of the new normal. I learn stuff like I would learn anything else, and then I go back to our little converted garage guest house place, and then I just film it until I get it right, and then I send it off. That's just kind of the new thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned about the fact that you do have a lot of animation out there too, and that's keeping you going. Are there some new projects that you're a part of that you can share with us in the animated world?
Oh my gosh. So there are two things. One, I think it's going to come out in the fall. I've been working on these for over a year and a half now, but they haven't been announced because it takes so long for them to get uh, to finish an episode. It takes over a year. So one of the shows is, I believe it's going to air this fall, so they should be announcing it sometime soon. I'm so excited for it. There's lots of singing in it. And there's another thing that's coming out March of next year, that people are gonna flip out over. And there's a lot of singing in this too. And I will tell you, there are a lot of Broadway people in it.
Exciting.
It is it is so exciting. I'm so excited about it, but they haven't announced it and they asked us not to say anything. But I mean, I can say that at
Right.
least.
Can you mention the names of the projects or not even the
Oh
names?
no, I
Go
can't
for it.
mention the
Yeah,
name.
I
Yeah.
understand. We
Yeah, but there's
understand.
yeah, this fall and then next spring. But again, these are things that I've been working on for over a year.
And
Um,
maybe they're being a little fast pedal too, because while people are at home, they can do the edits and get these up maybe even sooner than you even expected because what we're going through right
I
now.
mean, possibly, yeah. Look, I'm just glad we have a little recording studio at our house,
Right.
thanks to my husband being a musician and recording artist. So I'm able to keep working, which is like thank my lucky stars and knock on all the wood, you know. I
Now,
still have some kind of thing happening. Yeah.
now, are you all collaborating on any songs for the concert series as well? Will we see a surprise visit?
No, because we have two small children, he will have to take them far, far away so that
Okay.
they're not running through during the hour,
Right.
hour and a half or something. Yeah, that we're singing, so they will not be here. But we're working on a couple of other things. There's a couple other There's a couple other uh gosh, like fundraisers, I guess, that we're going to submit, some performances for that we're working on. And he's got an album coming out in the next couple of weeks, I believe. So
That's what I heard. So we're looking forward to that as well. And it's got to excite you because, they say music's healing. And when you've got a household of people that can help make music to heal, that's got to be a heck of a feeling.
oh, it's so great. And my daughter is always singing, whether we are singing or not. There is music in this house all the time.
So are you feeling she's falling into the footsteps, and are you liking that at this
Well,
point?
I mean, yeah, listen, whatever she chooses to do, as long as she's passionate about it, great, fantastic. But yeah, if she chooses to do this, she'll know firsthand by seeing us that it's a very difficult job to do. Nobody's gonna, yeah.
Well, you're so passionate, but you've had some monumental mentors over the year to help you. Who are some of those key individuals that have helped you reach the heights that you're at today?
Oh gosh. I don't know how to answer that. Because I feel like there are so many people that make those things happen. I mean, I, and I don't know if I can, if I'm allowed to call them mentors. I don't know if anybody's really like taken me under their wing, but people have really put a lot of trust in me. Like Joe Mantello put a lot of trust in me, and Bob Greenblatt over and over put his trust in me. Neil Marin. I mean, and performance-wise, I was lucky enough to get to the honor to perform with Bernadette Peters, and just watching her work and watching how she treated people, including me, was deeply inspirational. Same thing with Dolly Parton.
Right.
They're both one and the same. I mean, in that sense, they're both singular women. Like
Right.
nobody could ever replicate what they do, and nor should they even try. But they're also incredibly supportive of everyone around them, and really amazing business people on top of it. So it was an incredible honor to get to work with them both, and to get to learn just by following their example.
Right. And you recently were even able to help celebrate Bernadette as she was honored in Los Angeles as
Right.
well.
Yeah, that's right. That was a crazy night. Yeah.
It truly was. No doubt about that. And you mentioned Dolly. I mean, what an amazing, amazing talent and what she's bestowed upon the world. But you to be able to play her with 9 to 5 at the Ahmets.
All dolled up and hoping for a chance to prove my worth. 'Cause even backwards barbers get their feelings hurt.
And I remember seeing you at your first performance. That has to be one of those monumental moments for you personally.
Oh, I mean, it was crazy. And by that point, I'd been working on the workshops for years, helping them shape the musical and stuff. And um, wow, I really cherish my memories from that show because every single person involved, we just had the greatest time. It was a show just filled with love. I don't know if you could feel it in the audience. I have no idea, but we sure felt it on stage and backstage. Um, yeah, I just I have nothing but fond memories of that show.
Absolutely. And we did all feel it. And I think too, people are excited because there's still been a lot of talk about a sequel to 9 to 5. And it'd be interesting if somehow you're
Oh,
integrated
right.
in that, if they do the sequel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'd give me a call, but yeah, I hear that they're working on some kind of TV series or something like that, which would be amazing. And it's unfortunately still relevant and very topical. So yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Right. It is hard to believe, but you know, it's interesting because you have played such amazing roles, whether it be Dolly Parton, whether it be Marilyn Monroe, and now Patsy Cline.
Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you.
All this time being away, how they gonna know how much I love them?
You got the biggest heart I ever known.
Crazy for trying, and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
What am I gonna do without you?
It's gonna be me and you, together forever.
And you are a part of the buzz for nominations for Emmy. I mean,
Well,
who's
I mean,
hear stuff like this.
the movie certainly, you know, I really, it would be so awesome if our little movie got nominated. That would be so amazing. But yeah, I never in my wildest dreams would have ever thought that I would get to play Patsy Cline. Like that wasn't ever something that was on my radar. Luckily, I've mentioned before, Neil Marin put a lot of trust in me and said, you know what, I think she's the person for this. And I'm just so deeply grateful for that too, because we had the greatest time. I'm completely obsessed with Callie Curry and Jessie Mueller and Angelina Burnett. Like we just had the most wonderful time and working on really wonderful, like exceptional material, both the songs and the script. I just, yeah, I would give anything to go back on that set.
How did you prepare for Patsy, and what did you learn about her that you may not have known about her before?
I spent a long time researching her. I would actually get up really early in the mornings before my kids got up, and I would go sit outside my gym like an hour before I was supposed to meet my trainer, and just sit and listen to her, and I would read like anything I could get my hands on, lots of biographies. Yeah, one of the things that I didn't quite anticipate finding out was that Loretta was not the only person that she took under her wing. You know, she was kind of notorious for just basically taking care of everybody. She was forced to do that from a very early age with her family, and that's just kind of the role she assumed with everyone. And there are a lot of female performers that came forward and said, no, she did that with me too. You know, she sat me down and told me, this is how you get paid. This is what you should wear. This is what you say to, you know, so people take you seriously. You need to learn the keys of your song so you can speak to your band. You know, she was just like, she helped women within her industry be successful at it in a time and also a career, I guess, where you would kind of assume that every woman was against each other. I think we're all kind of taught that that's the case when really it isn't. In my life anyway, I have experienced more of the Patsy and Loretta relationship than, say, the Ivy and Karen relationships. So I found that fascinating to find out so much. I knew a lot about her song, like her like incredibly vast catalog of songs that she made famous, but I didn't know about the incredible person she was behind the music.
Something to tease them to tune in if they haven't seen the film yet, that it's on Lifetime and it's streaming. What do you offer them?
Oh, all I'll say is I am so proud to be a part of something that promotes a story that shows two women who support each other.
Right.
And it's still interesting. Like, of course, it's not without conflict. It's not, like any relationship, it's not perfect. But at its core, these two women love and support each other. And it's fascinating. And I'm so proud to be a part of a narrative like that. Um, and I'm so glad that so many people have latched onto it,
Right.
and agreed, you know.
Do you have a favorite scene from the film?
Um, I don't know anything that I got to do with Jessie. We just had so much fun. She's one of those people, I didn't know her before filming, but we have so many mutual friends. And those friends all agreed. They were like, "Oh yeah, this makes a lot of sense. You guys are gonna get along really well." And she's just one of those people that like you meet her and it just like makes sense. You know, when you immediately have a shorthand with somebody and you don't, it takes no work at all. She's just one of those magical people. Again, like all of the other women that I've been talking about in this conversation, on top of her intensely amazing talent, she is one of the greatest people, like aside from all of that too. And I was just so lucky to get to work with her.
And we're going to hear some of her songs during the concert on July 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That you and Seth Rudetsky, the concert series. So that's going to be exciting. So we're just so happy for you and so happy that you're enjoying your time and making the best out of quarantine. And you know, one of those other light things that we should talk about, since it is Christmas in July, you've got a couple of films out celebrating Christmas. What are those projects so that people can watch them and enjoy some of the Christmas in July holiday as well?
Oh, I did two really sweet Christmas movies for Lifetime. Sweet Mountain Christmas.
My favorite time of year.
With Sweet Mountain Christmas, starring Megan Hilty.
I swear this place still is magical.
Oh, Santa's Boots.
I want to find my true north. And I really, really want a new hat.
Yeah, they're so fun and they're so sweet. I also have a Christmas album out. If anybody wants to start listening, we listen to Christmas music and we put on our Christmas pajamas all the time just to brighten our spirits.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, Christmas is a big thing at our house.
And they can find more about your Christmas album by going
On iTunes, yeah.
There you go. So, and I'm hopeful we'll hear a Christmas song or two in your concert series because it is July and it is.
You know
Christmas
what?
in July.
That's not a bad idea. I should totally bring that up to Seth. Yeah,
I think Seth would
great
have fun
idea.
with that too. I'm
Yeah.
sure he would, you know. He'd bring up some obviously Christmas or Hanukkah traditions that he'd bring out and use it a part of the storyline, I'm sure too.
Absolutely. No, I'm absolutely going to tell him about that. That's such a great idea.
Well, do need to remind everyone that on July 26th at 8 p.m., they could see you in the concert series.
BroadwayWorld.com.
Right.
And the other thing to know is that they're re-airing it on Monday for anybody who can't make it live on Sunday night. I believe it's 3 p.m. on Monday. So anybody internationally as well, because 8 p.m. Eastern is kind of a tough time for people in the UK and stuff like that. But so yeah, they'll be re-airing it, and you can buy tickets for Monday as well.
Wonderful. So rebroadcast on the following Monday, as well as we've got to encourage everyone to get your tickets now. I'm sure it's going to sell out because
Live together. He's in New Jersey, I'm in Los Angeles, and there's no delay.
there's no delays, and
It's pretty crazy.
and then the rebroadcast on Monday. So that's going to be exciting. You know, it's so great to talk to you about everything that's up and coming with you. Again, have a great concert. I love to see the video that Brian and the kids make. Wishing you luck. We'll have for that in your social media. And the last but not least, you've made an invitation out there for fans that they can do a meet and greet with you on July 26th. How long do they have to still submit to be a part of what potentially could be a special moment with the meet and greet with you?
I think pick who gets the free ticket and the meet and greet and stuff like that. Yeah, if you head over to my Instagram, it's just at Megan Hilty. There's a post that has all of the information for that. Yeah,
Well,
that'll be really fun.
Thank you so much. And we got to remind everyone, tune into the concert on July 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we got to start wishing you the best of luck as we're on the road to Emmy for a Emmy nomination for Patsy and Loretta on Lifetime, right?
Yes, I sure hope so. That would be great for our little movie.
Well, thanks so much. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hollywood Moment at Home edition. And once again, thanks to our guest, Megan Hilty. Don't forget her upcoming concert with Seth Rudetsky is on Sunday, July 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern by going to the SethConcertSeries.com. And if you want the opportunity to meet Megan on July 26th, go to her Instagram. You can learn more on her Instagram at Megan Hilty. And to learn more about Megan's film that's on Lifetime, Patsy and Loretta, go to lifetime.com, as we're going to probably see them on the road to Emmy. You can also follow Megan throughout social media to find out about her upcoming projects by going to Megan Hilty. Please tune in to Celebrity Page Nightly. You can learn more at celebritypage.com, and you can also follow me on social media on Twitter at TalkBlogGuy or on Instagram at The Hollywood Moment. Until next time, this is BJ Korros. You're watching The Hollywood Moment at Home edition. If you like the video, hit the like button and do subscribe.